Hi everyone, Psychic Medium Valerie K back for another Q&A on the patio. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and it's really appreciated. I know you're busy out there, and so I do appreciate each and every one of you. Also, I appreciate your questions and your positive comments and your subscribing and all of the above. Thank you so much. Okay. It is Monday, Market Manipulation Monday. And it seems like so much has happened since Thursday when I did patio chat. It's crazy. So let's get started for entertainment purposes only. It's been, yesterday was 107. No, thank you. Today it's kind of partially cloudy and sunny, so I have my sunglasses on in case it gets really sunny again. So let's get started. Really enjoying your channel. Thank you so much. I love doing this. I'm compelled to share the things that I'm picking up, so I do appreciate it. My question is, as a New Yorker, I'm concerned New York City will be a target of attack like we had on 9/11. What can you tell us? So Iran understands that the majority of the people in this country do not want this excursion. And they don't want to change that. They've also realized that they can be just as effective by doing what they're doing to Trump's buddies over in the Mideast. So they are going to do that. Now, I don't see an organized attack on the United States like 9/11. Thank God. I don't see that. I think that they are just going to continue what they are doing now because it is very effective, and they enjoy making Trump look weak with his policies, and they know how we feel about that as well. And we don't want to be paying these high gas prices. That was something that Trump ran on, so that makes him look weak. Food prices are going up because of the gas prices. So what I'm getting is they're content doing this until the elections because they know that his policies right now are affecting how people are voting, and it's just going to snowball even more. Was there a false flag? Because in my last video I had shared that the week before my guides had told me about false flags coming up and to be aware of them. And so that was really interesting, and then something did happen. But this was there a false flag regarding Minnesota water plants being hacked? So they tried to hack and did hack, but they tried to hack 7 states, and they hacked Minnesota. This wasn't Iran per se, the country, but it was someone, it was hackers that are not happy with what's going on with the excursion going on. And like not even sympathetic, but definitely adjacent. And it had come out, well, okay. Also, Doge cut CISA employees, and we already knew that. And because CISA employees were cut, they had come out and warned that this infrastructure was vulnerable. So that came out, nothing was done, and so they're like, okay, let's show that nothing was done and how this administration is messing up about this. It was not Governor Walz doing this to his own state. That was ridiculous when Trump said that. And that also made him look weak. And of course, the people know that. And so they're going to be voting accordingly. Hello, everyone. I am desperate to know what you see happening with this AI technology digital prison being installed. Okay, yeah, I am not a fan of data centers, and we do not need what's going on, and we don't want surveillance. So there are, first of all, the election has to happen. There are two ways to fight it in the government. There's legislative, and then there is executive. So the legislative is bills being passed. And I see that after, like in 2027, and they're already, Agenda 2028, they're already getting these bills, like talking about them, a concept of a plan. No, anyway, it is actually a plan. But I digress. Okay, so in 2027, there are going to be bills brought before Congress and Senate, because now the Senate isn't going to be a supermajority. So that's just the way it is. But in Congress, there's going to be a majority of Democrats, and they're going to come up with bills. This is what I'm seeing and have been told. They're beginning to pass them regarding safeguards, moratoriums, stuff about pollution. And they want these moratoriums to happen until studies are done about air, water, and sound pollution, how they are affecting things. So there's not going to be this wild, wild west feeling that we are getting right now. And it's so underhanded and hidden. If they were so proud of what they were doing, I'm sorry, here I am trying to be just Q&A, and I'm going off. Okay, never mind. We'll save that for patio chat. Sorry about that. Okay, so then there's the executive branch. Well, we know Trump thinks that these data centers are liquid gold, so he's not going to be there. However, we do have governors, and we do have city and county boards. So please let them know how you feel. That is the level that you can personally let them know how you feel, and boom, we're going to vote you out if you're not here for us. And I'm also hearing, and this is what is so frustrating to me, is that I keep hearing in 10 years, these data centers are going to be outdated, passé. And I've been told for a while the word quantum, I don't know what that means, but the word quantum. So all of this pollution, to put my money in there. Oh, here I go again. Sorry about that. Okay, the greed of the ultra wealthy technocrats needs to be taken a step back a little bit. I will stop there. It's smoky here from all the fires, so hopefully I won't start sneezing, but that's just part of the charm about patio chat and Q&A patio time. Okay, will we ever find out what happened to Mitch McConnell? And as I'm reading that question, I was told yes before midterms, and it's going to be in 2 parts. So there you go. Hopefully sooner than later, but that's what I got. So that's what I'm sharing. Hydration. Okay. Do you see a court case being built against Fauci? Nothing is going to come of that faux outrage, pandering, attempt at revisionist history. No, and oh, I forgot to share this last time, but I was told when I was watching that disaster, that he had friends and supporters call him afterwards and talk to him. It did upset him because he had dedicated his life to helping his citizens through AIDS and all of that. You know, that wasn't easy, and he was there for them. Okay. Kim Davis was a Kentucky county clerk who refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Man, I had completely forgotten about that, but I remember that. Defying a court order, the couple eventually married and successfully sued her. It is alleged she's hiding money to avoid paying what she owes. Will the couple get the $565,000 they are owed? They are going to get some money, but they are not going to get all of it. Next question. I'm curious about the Trump offspring and son-in-law. Will they keep their billions? Jail? Also Melania. I've talked about this a little bit before, but for those of you who are just joining the channel, thank you. I'm seeing Don Jr., he has that club in DC, and I can never remember it. It's probably something really easy, but I cannot remember it. And there's like business stuff they talk about, and there's betting and all of that. And something about that in connection with that is they're going to start looking at him. For Eric, I'm hearing laundering in Dorel. So this is all for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. For Barron, I have been heard for a long time. He was a teen. When I was hearing when he's 23, something is going to come about with crypto and cyber. For Jared, husband of Ivanka, I'm seeing, yeah, he's going to be in court. He's going to be in court. And what's so interesting is that I was shown Ivanka with the kids moving to Dubai, UAE, somewhere like that. And I don't know what ties she has with that area. I know that her and Jared were looking at that island. But yeah, Ivanka, Dubai, UAE. Trump, hi, Opal wants to come say hello. I think she's picked up I was a little bit stressed out about that data center stuff. Opal says hello. Opal says hello. She has some big, hi honey. She has some big shows coming up in about 10 days. Yes, you can tell she's really nervous about that. Okay, there she is. All right, Opal, thank you. Okay, now for Trump. He's the one who faces the least repercussions. It's his family that is the one who pay the price for all the stuff going on. Now, some of the money will be returned to we, the citizens, who are essentially his boss, even though he doesn't understand that, but not all of it. Some of it's gone, some of it's squandered, done. Melania. Okay, so this is interesting too. I just love my spirit crew. They're always so interesting. I have so many interesting things to say. So Melania has this affinity to Britain, but her connections to Britain are more of the older royals, I'm told, not the younger ones like the Prince and Kate, which I don't know anything about that, but I found that very interesting. So she's afraid that bridges might be burned, and that's all I'm getting on that. I'm not getting anything else right now. I think it's up in the air, and I'm not supposed to know all of the above. I don't know. Tiffany, it's her husband that's more involved with the Trump family finances and all of that, the business side of it. Okay, now in a previous video, I think this was a while back, I talked about how I saw Trump in a hospital bed. He was sitting up and he had on like a greenish blue hospital gown, and he was sitting there and he had like papers and a phone in front of him, and he had IVs in his hand like that and some stuff on the sides. And Susie Wiles was like right to his left in view, and then Marco Rubio was over here. And member of our Dimensions community wanted to know when that was, like in the future. But what I'm getting is, and this was before he would like disappear, and we had no idea what was going on. This was a while ago. And so I think what my guides were giving me an explanation of what was happening when he just went away is that he was receiving medical medical procedure. And this is like, how he goes away. He just disappears. Like at Camp David. He hates Camp David. He said he hates Camp David. So I think that's where they're taking him now to get his monthly whatever they're doing to him. And I think that's what I was seeing. So it's not in the future. It's something that happens to him when he goes on his little mini vacation. We don't know where he is. Camp David. Let's see. I personally think, this is the person saying this, I personally think Elon helped manipulate votes in 2024 through the algorithm in the machines. He put thousands of satellites up in space, and Trump won all the swing states when hardly anyone was showing up at his rallies, especially compared to Kamala. Trump even made 3 strange public confessions alluding to them cheating. Has your spirit team shown you if they cheated? And the night of the election, when they announced Pennsylvania, I was immediately told, that's not right. It's not right. So I knew that one was off. Entertainment purposes only. And then also Michigan. Michigan felt wrong too. So they were 2 states that it went red for him. Yeah. And they are not like red states either, but they went red for him. Then recently, last week, after SpaceX got $1.6 billion contract, coincidentally, Elon announced that he was going to get involved in elections again. First of all, don't freak out about it. It is a completely different political climate than it was. So he's going to be like I've just got this picture of him just throwing money in the wind. He's like standing there in the wind and he's throwing money and boom. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It is a completely different political climate. And we are in a different space. Even like independents, like moi. Yes, I am an independent, even though you say I'm not. And well, some people are saying I'm not, but I am an independent. And also members of the GOP that he is targeting. Actually, he's saying that he is going to be giving money for ads and stuff so that GOP voters who usually don't come out for midterms are going to be coming out for, or he wants them to come out for midterms. So he's going to be, that's where he wants the money to go. So I got a little curious and I looked up the states that he's saying he's going to target. It's interesting. Okay. Maine, Michigan, Ohio, North Carolina, then Georgia and Texas. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty, the Senate races there. And then let's see, Ohio, I think he said it's going to be more of a congressional too. But not a surprise, not a surprise. Maine, I still see Susan Collins losing. Michigan, Michigan is it's going to be a battle for Senate, Congress, and the governor. Different, but Ohio, I'm seeing going from red to purple again. So that's Sherrod Brown. That's Max Miller, I think, is going to be losing. So yeah, I don't, Ramaswamy, I'd see that's a really not going, it's going to be close too. Texas, let's all keep our fingers crossed for Tellerico and Gina Hinojosa. I have a good feeling too, but we'll see as we get a little bit closer. But Tellerico, I do have a good feeling about him, for sure. And Georgia, our boy Ossoff, who really, him and Kelly are looking good for presidential candidates coming up. North Carolina, I've never had any question that Cooper's going to win that one. Yep. Okay. I wonder what your guides say to you about karma. Is it real? And then they listed 2 psychics, which I'm not going to say their names in case I don't agree with them, even though I don't know their belief about karma. But 2 other psychics say it is life lessons. Okay, so what from my readings and time with my spirit crew, how I see karma is, I'm being told, when you cross over, and we can talk, if you guys want me to talk about what I see and what I've seen and been told and all that, just let me know and I can do video on that, or videos. It's a lot. But we cross over, and many times I go through the death and crossing. I don't like to say death. The crossing over with the people. They show me what happened, who met them and who helped them, and then who met them on the other side. And this really helps the people who are getting readings. And their pets are there too. So we visit with our soul family, and then we go on to our life review. So in our life review, one of the things we do to become better souls is we talk about our mistakes that we learned were mistakes in this life. Hopefully we learned they were mistakes and admit them. And part of that is the pain that we caused others. And so we go through that pain and saw how it hurt people. And that is karma. And then we go and we hang out with our soul family again, or do our thing, whatever. But that is the karma. We are learning to become better souls. And by doing that, we have to go through our mistakes and the pain that we caused others, and how we overcame that, learned from it. So that is karma to Valerie, what I was shown and told karma was. I think the bird agrees. So that is it for today's Q&A. If you did like a late Q&A, questions, then it will be on the next one that I do. And I will be back for patio chat on Thursday. Hopefully it will not be 107. Yay! So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for subscribing and commenting and liking. It keeps us in the algorithm, which is raising the vibration. And that is good for everybody, even the people around us that don't know what's going on. We're raising their vibration. They don't even know it. So we'll talk to you next time. Bye.